Good morning students. In this class I will be doing class 9, 8th chapter quadrilaterals. Already one exercises I have completed. Now I am doing second exercise. So this exercise is based on midpoint theorem and the converse of midpoint theorem. Okay, two sums I have completed in my previous class. Now in this class I will be doing third sum. So ABCD is a rectangle and PQRS are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. So for this question, diagram is not given, so we have to draw it. So it is given ABCD is a rectangle. So we will draw a rectangle with sides ABCD. So ABCD is a rectangle, and then PQRS are the midpoints of the sides. So PQRS are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA. So P, Q, R and S are the midpoints of the sides AB, BC, CD and DA respectively. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. So when we join this PQRS, we will get a quadrilateral, a four-sided figure that we are asked to prove that it is a rhombus. Okay, so we will prove this with the help of midpoint theorem. So we will join the diagonals AC and BD. So first we will join the diagonals AC and BD. AC and BD diagonals we will add. So after joining that, we will take the triangle ADC and triangle ABC. We will use midpoint theorem, prove that. Okay. So first thing is join diagonals AC and BD. Okay. So in triangle ADC, S and R are the midpoints of the sides, S and R are the midpoints of the sides, AD and CD respectively, Okay, so therefore by midpoint theorem, so what is midpoint theorem? Midpoint theorem is when a line segment joining any two midpoints of a triangle, that is any two sides of the midpoint of a triangle, it will be parallel to the third side. So by midpoint theorem we can say that SR is parallel to AC. SR is parallel to AC and SR is equal to 1 by 2 AC. So SR is parallel to AC and SR is half of AC. So this is one part of the rectangle that we have taken. That is one side. When we join the diagonal, we will get two triangles. So one triangle we have proved, the other triangle now we will take. What is the other triangle? In triangle ABC. P and Q are midpoints. P and Q are midpoints of the sides. P and Q are midpoints of the sides AB and BC respectively. AB and BC respectively. So if these two are the midpoints, then by midpoint theorem, PQ is parallel to AC. And PQ is equal to half of AC. PQ is parallel to AC and PQ is equal to half of AC. So we will take this as the first equation. This one as the first one and this as the second one. So from 1 and 2 we can say that here this SR is parallel to AC and PQ is parallel to AC. So both these line segments are parallel to AC. So we can say that SR is parallel to PQ. SR is parallel to PQ. SR is parallel to PQ and SR is equal to half AC and PQ is equal to half AC. We can say that SR is equal to PQ. Since one pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. So this is parallel and this is equal. We can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. PQRS is a parallelogram. One pair of opposite sides are parallel and equal. So we can say that PQRS is a parallelogram. But in the question we are asked to show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. So for proving rhombus, first we have proved the parallelogram. So here in this parallelogram, opposite sides are equal. So now we have to prove that the adjacent sides are equal. If we say that the adjacent sides are equal, adjacent sides of parallelogram, if it is equal, we can say that it is a rhombus. So that proof we will give now. So for proving that, we will take triangle BDC. So in triangle BDC, R and Q are the midpoints. R and Q are the midpoints of the sides. CD and BC respectively. CD and BC respectively. So by midpoint theorem, therefore by midpoint theorem, we can say that RQ is parallel to BD. RQ is parallel to BD and RQ is equal to half of BD. RQ is equal to half of BD. So RQ is parallel to BD and RQ is equal to half of BD. One more thing is, since this is a rectangle, AC and BD are the diagonals of the rectangle. So diagonals of the rectangle are equal. So that also we will write. Since ABCD is a rectangle, diagonals AC is equal to diagonal BD. For a rectangle, the length of the diagonals will be equal. So since in the question it is given ABCD is a rectangle, we can say that AC is equal to BD. That is, diagonals of a rectangle are equal. So AC is equal to BD. Now here we have proved that RQ is equal to half of BD. Then PQ is equal to half of AC. So we will take these two equations. This one we will take it as 3. This one already we have taken it as 2. So we will take from 2 and 3. So what is given into PQ is equal to half of AC. And here in this 3, it is given RQ is equal to half of BD. So here in this, I am going to replace BD by AC. Since AC is equal to BD, I am going to replace this BD with AC. So it will become RQ is equal to half of AC. RQ is equal to, instead of BD, I am replacing it by AC. So it will be RQ is equal to half of AC. So already we know that PQ is equal to half of AC. So now we have proved that RQ is equal to half of AC. So we can say that PQ is equal to RQ. So PQ is this one, this side. RQ is this side. So we have proved that the adjacent sides are equal. So PQRS is a parallelogram. So in a parallelogram, if adjacent sides are equal, we can say that it is a rhombus. So that is the thing we are asked to prove. Show that the quadrilateral PQRS is a rhombus. So first we have proved that PQRS is a parallelogram. Now with this thing we have proved that PQRS is a rhombus. Therefore PQRS is a rhombus. This is the thing we are asked to prove. PQRS is a rhombus. We will do the fourth sum. ABCD is a trapezium. ABCD is a trapezium in which AB is parallel to DC and BD is a diagonal and E is the midpoint of AD. This is the given. This is the sum given. A line is drawn through E. A line is drawn through E parallel to AB intersecting BC at F. Show that F is the midpoint of BC. Okay, so we will prove this sum using converse of midpoint theorem. What is converse of midpoint theorem? When a line segment joining, that is one point of midpoint, that is this is the midpoint. Midpoint of one side of a triangle which is parallel to the second side definitely meet the third side at the midpoint only. This is the converse of midpoint theorem. Now, this G is not given in the question. We will take that the line segment, the point where this these two lines meet, that is EF and BD meets, we will keep it as G. Let G be the point on BD that intersects, that is intersected by EF, that is intersected by EF. Okay, so now we will take the triangle. In triangle ADB, E is the midpoint, and EF is parallel to AB. That is EG parallel to AB. Therefore, G by converse of midpoint theorem, we can say that G is the midpoint of BD. So now we have told that G is the midpoint of BD. The same way we will take the other side of the trapezium. That is, we will take this triangle BDC. So in triangle BDC, G is the midpoint of BD. G is the midpoint of BD and GF parallel to AB. That is EF parallel to AB. So we will get GF parallel to AB. So GF is parallel to AB and G is the midpoint of BD. We can say that F is the midpoint of BC by converse of midpoint theorem. Here also we can say like that. E is the midpoint of AD. E is the midpoint of AD. So, by converse of midpoint theorem, we have proved that F is the midpoint of BC. So, with this, I am completing today's class. Whatever doubts you have, you message me in the comment box. Thank you.